All right, today I'm clearing my office so that I can show you guys my top 4 favorite gimbal moves. And before we get into it, please consider subscribing. I'd really appreciate it. I'll be demonstrating these examples using my DJI RS4. However, if you are somebody who uses a smartphone and a gimbal for your smartphone, these examples work perfectly well for that as well. Oh, and just to note, I do have some small rig handles on both sides. I just prefer them for more stability. So if you are using a gimbal like this, I do suggest getting those. If you don't have them and you just hold on to it like this, that's totally fine as well. So my settings for the first 3 movements are going to be set to PF or pan follow, and then the smoothness is going to be set to the lowest setting on slow. For the 4th movement, the follow speed will also be set to slow. However, I will then switch it to PTF, which is pan tilt follow. So we're gonna start pretty basic here and then kind of work our way towards more advanced movements. But starting with number 1, it's just the push-in. So what you're gonna wanna do for this one is just hold your gimbal straight and then walk forward. So the key with this one, I would say, is just make sure you have some bend in your knees and you're not stomping with each step. Otherwise, you're gonna create some bumps in your footage. So yeah, definitely just try to keep your knees a little bit bent and then walk very smoothly forward. A great benefit of this one is if you're ever in a really tight space and you don't want to do a shot going backwards and you're worried about actually hitting whatever is behind you, you can start here, go forwards, and then just reverse the clip in editing, get the same thing going backwards. So number 2, we're gonna call it the curve, which is basically the same as the push-in where you're going straight forward. However, we're gonna turn our shoulders to the right or to the left, depending on which way we want to pan the camera. So in this example, I'm going to walk forward and then turn my shoulders to the right very slowly to make it very smooth. So we're walking forward and then we're panning to the right. So this movement comes in handy when you don't necessarily have a straight shot towards something and you need to be able to turn into your subject. Just make sure in the scenario that your panning turns at the same rate as the time you want to reach your subject. If you start panning too soon, you're not going to reach the final subject at the right time. All right, number 3, and personally one of my favorites, is called the Parallax. And what this one entails is you starting on the left with your camera pointing to the right. You're gonna wanna move your body to the right, require some sway in the legs. So you're going to sway your body to the right while you pan the camera to the left. What I like about this one is that if you have foreground and background, it kind of makes them look like they're going in opposite directions. So again, you start to your left, camera pointing right, and then you pan to the left while moving your body to the right. All right, last but not least is the Parallax with a tilt. So in this case, I am going to switch my camera to PTF, which is pan tilt follow mode, still keeping it in the smoothest, slowest setting for follow speed. But this one is going to require you to do the same start position, but we're gonna actually tilt the camera down a little bit. And then as we go to the right, we're going to tilt up and pan to the left. So start left, down tilt to the right, and then go to the right, up tilt with a left pan. This one kind of acts as a reveal. So you're gonna wanna start below your subject, and then at the middle point is when your subject is in the middle of the frame, and then it's gonna go beyond that just a little bit. So like I said, this creates a reveal and is just a little something extra on top of what the regular Parallax is. All right, lastly is a bonus tip for you guys. It's not necessarily another movement. However, it is a great tip in how to utilize your tools to their fullest extent. So for this gimbal, if you hold this front button here, it unlocks the gimbal, and then you can actually turn it under. And then if you press it 3 times, it'll center the gimbal again. That way you can hold it under, I don't know if you guys can tell me, is this underslung? Something like that. And this is great if you're trying to get lower shots, but you don't want to have to bend over all the way if you are trying to get that perspective. All right, that's it for me. If you guys have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comment section, and I'll see you guys in the next one.